The video, this was the scene last night. This orange streetcar rear-ending this silver SUV, which smashed into the streetcar right in front of it. It happened on Market Street at Noe. The accident hurt 6 people. So what exactly happened? Dan Kerman joins us in the studio to explain. Dan.
Well, indications are right now, according to the Muni, and again, this is preliminary, that it was operator error. Specifically, they are saying that what happened is that a person who was on the train distracted the driver, and that's what led to the crash. Still, Muni officials say despite the fact that we've had 2 of these kinds of crashes in the last couple of weeks, the system, they believe, remains safe.
We will not, and we are not, emphasizing on-time performance versus safety. Safety is the #1 concern of this agency, and we will forego on-time performance to ensure that we have a safe operation. I want to make sure that that is very clear.
Now today there were Muni officials who normally work in the office. They were on the street and they were keeping their eye on what the actual Muni operators were doing. They should be on the street for the next several days. The idea here is to make sure that things are going exactly according to procedure. Now one of those procedures has to do with how far each of the streetcars can be from each other. KRON 4's Jonathan Bloom has that part of the story.
It's Muni's 4th major crash in just over a year, and the agency's chief assures us drivers who cause crashes are being held accountable.
Operators receive reprimands, in some cases suspensions, and also in some cases, unfortunately, a termination.
Muni wouldn't tell us which drivers were disciplined, but it often takes a major investigation to figure out if it's human error or technical problems. For example, in this June of '08 crash, supervisors were out the next day checking the track switches to see if they malfunctioned. But in this crash 2 months later, investigators were more focused on the driving record of an operator seen following too close. Just like the latest crash, that one happened on the historic F line, which has special rules about how closely streetcars can follow each other.
Our rule is a minimum of 250 feet between vehicles on the F line. Those are older vehicles, they're hard to stop, and we need to make sure that our operators are following that.
250 feet is about the length of 1 block here in Fisherman's Wharf. In this video, the yellow streetcar is almost exactly 250 feet away from the green one behind it. To put it another way, 250 feet is about the length of 5 streetcars parked end to end. The newer light rail vehicles, like the ones in last month's crash, have different rules, but with the same idea, keeping extra space for safety. And while it's too early to tell if a driver broke any rules in Monday's crash, once the investigation's complete,
if it's necessary, that operator will be discharged.
In San Francisco, Jonathan Bloom, KRON 4 News.